Okay, this is Big G, or Gene, or Gino, or however you know me, and this is lesson 22, Trading by the Rules, Develop a Trading Plan. Just a few slides and points to talk to you about, just continuing the previous lessons, talking about taking the fear out of trading and risk management and all that good stuff. So just some more things to think about. And every trader has a trading plan, and you've probably heard the quote before: if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And so you have to have a plan. You need to know where you're going and what you're doing before you jump into a trade. Builders build with a plan, a blueprint. Football teams plan every play. Truck drivers plan their routes before they deliver their goods, and traders must plan their trades. If you just jump into a trade because you have a good feeling about it, or you just think something's going to happen, you don't really know, that's gambling. That's not trading. So you have to have a plan when you're trading, and every plan is different. And so what I'm about to show you are just my thoughts and my plans. Some of these things I'll show you are probably in every trader's plan, and then some are more specific to myself, and you need to make them more specific to you. So this isn't the end all, but just to get the juices flowing and to help you to think about the things you need to think about as you develop your own personal trading plan. So what's in a trading plan? Well, and these are in no particular order, by the way, but you need to plan how much you're willing to lose. We talked about that in the previous lessons with risk management. Are you going to just be willing to risk and lose 1% of your trading account, 2%, maybe 5%, no more than 5%, and refer to the previous lessons talking about how much you should risk based on the size of your trading account. But know how much you're willing to lose, and before you make a trade, you know that you can't lose more than what you're planning to lose. You need to plan your entry. Know when you're going to get in, obviously, but then you also need to plan your exit. And I put those on two separate bullet points because a lot of traders have their entry plans and their entry ideas, but they don't always have their exit plan. So you need to plan how you're going to get out of a trade before you even get into the trade. Are you going to get out when a candlestick crosses a certain price, whenever a moving average crosses over? Are you going to get out when it hits a certain number? There are a lot of different ways to plan your exits, just like there are a lot of different ways to plan your entry. But so plan your entry, plan your exit, plan your strategy. You can't, I guess you could, but it's hard to trade with a lot of different strategies. You need to decide, what strategy do you want to work with? Do you want to just base it on candlestick patterns? Maybe you just want to look for bullish engulfing and bearish engulfing patterns. Maybe you just want to trade hammer patterns or hanging man patterns, and you can scan for specific candlestick patterns, and that's what you trade, just the same candlestick pattern over and over and over. You can have a moving average crossover strategy, pivot points, all the different strategies that we've looked at in previous lessons. Plan your strategy. What are you looking for? What's your trading plan, and what are you looking for on the charts before you get into a trade? And then plan how many positions you want to be in at a time. If you're just going to be casually swing trading, you probably don't want to be in more than a couple of positions at a time. You can do 3 or 4. It's really up to you how much time you want to spend on it. One of the traders that I follow, I get a weekly or daily email from him, a guy named Vince Bora at Trading Wins, I believe it is. He always has a good short update about the market every night. And one of his rules is he only trades 2 stocks at a time. And he's a professional trader. This is all he does, trading and educating traders. So he just has 2 trades at a time. So you don't have to have a lot of different trades going. You can do 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever, but just make a decision based on your own time and your own schedule how many trades you want to be in at a time. Also, know what time of day or week you will trade. Again, this has to do with your time, your schedule. Um, I trade mostly on at the end of the week because I trade a lot of weekly options and they have more leverage at the end of the week. So I probably spend more time watching the market on Thursdays and Fridays. But then for longer swing trades, I'll usually get into them on Mondays because I've studied over the weekend and I know where I want to go on Monday morning. During the work week, obviously it's hard to follow your trades, and so I've got stops in place. I'm very familiar with my mobile trader on my phone, so I know how to use my phone and keep an eye on it during the day if I need to. But just know what time of the day or week you can trade. Maybe you just want to get in, maybe you just want to study the charts on the weekends and you get in on Mondays, you set everything up on Monday and you don't really look at it. Maybe just, once or twice a week, if that much. You can determine and set up trades however it fits your schedule. One trader that I follow, and I've got her book, and her name is Sarah, and I can't remember right now her last name, but she is a stay-at-home mom. She has two small kids, and she trades between 11 o'clock in the morning and 1 o'clock in the afternoon. That's when she trades, and I think, if I remember correctly, she doesn't even trade every day, but she trades just for a couple hours in the middle of the day, and the rest of the day she's taking care of her kids, and she's a professional trader and a trading educator, and a very good one. So know what time of day or week you're going to trade. Develop rules for yourself. For example, don't trade new strategies without back testing and or paper trading. Don't let emotions like fear and greed get in your way. If you come in and you're upset because an unexpected bill came and you're thinking, man, I got to make a couple of hundred bucks to pay this bill. Don't just jump into trade trying to make a couple $100. You probably end up losing more. You can't let emotions get in the way. So if you're in a bad mood or cranky or for whatever reason, you're not in a positive way, probably don't need to be trading. You need to protect your trading capital. Keep your losses small. Hopefully you've heard that more than once in this series of lessons. And then trade to trade well, not to make money. Now, obviously you're trading to make money, but what I mean by that is just learn how to be a good trader and learn how to trade well. And don't pay attention so much to the money, because when you're trading well, the money will come. So just learn the skills of trading, learn the proper way to get in, to get out, the risk, and all the things that you've been learning here. Trade to trade well, and the money will come. And then a few more things. Of course, place your stop orders. Know when you'll get out of a trade. Again, that's all back to keeping your losses small. Know when you're going to get out. Use stop orders, especially if you're out working and don't have time to watch your trades. You got to have some stop orders in place in case something crazy happens. And don't chase stocks. Chasing a stock is when you see one that's just going up and up and up and up, and you're jumping on board. Almost inevitably, if you jump on a stock that's racing up, it's probably going to stop right there and start going down. So you don't want to chase stocks that are going up. Wait for them to come back, to pull back. Wait for them to hit a specific or a strategic point where it's smart to enter a trade. But don't chase a stock just because it's soaring up and everybody's jumping on board. And finally, just create a boring, repeatable, and profitable strategy that fits your personality and your schedule. Every trader that I follow and every trader that I'm aware of, they have a different strategy. There are no two traders that really trade the same way that I've seen. And so you just have to find out what works for you, what works for your schedule, what fits your personality, and make it happen. And you can do it. And but just think about these things, to write it down. I have my trading plan written down. I need to update it actually, but sit down, think about these things, write them down, decide this is what you're going to do, and then go for it. Hope this helps. See you next time.